Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start for the intraday here on the 1 hour chart to see what happened and what we have from the top here from the high of Bitcoin. So basically we have a wave 1 where you got a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. So this is already a secured impulse downward, of course signaling the market is toward the downside. We have a potential finished wave A, B, and we're looking for a wave C here. However, as a wave C, it's very hard, of course, to call here a big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 because your wave 4 interfering with the zone 1. Meaning that is, of course, a zigzag finished wave 1 or a wave A, of course, but much more likely a wave 1 in a diagonal wave 2 given can be, of course, a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Now, I'm expecting, therefore, a wave 4 to unfold after a potential here finished A, B, and a C, where you have, of course, already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this impulse here can be, of course, considered as a finished impulse as a wave C, can be your A, B, and a C, of course, a very extended wave C, and a wave 3, of course, for a diagonal. Therefore, a wave 4 has to move, of course, a little bit higher. We should see, of course, a rebound for wave 4 before continuation towards the downside. In case you are in an A, B, C zigzag, and we move, of course, upward for a wave 5 in an ending diagonal, a large ending diagonal, of course, on the daily. Now, another possibility where you have a potential 1, 2, and because, of course, of the interfering of the wave 4 in the zone 1 here, you might be in another double 1, 2, and this is your wave 3 unfolding toward the downside. And that means that, of course, after double 1, 2 here, you have even internally double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. And that means, of course, this wave 5 is not yet finished here in the gray scenario. And we might still be, of course, looking for one more low for Bitcoin to finish this potential wave 5. In case that we get, of course, another wave 4 here, which is white, regarding, of course, this big wave 1, 2, meaning your wave 3 finished there. Your wave 4 has to take more time here because, of course, the wave 2 is a very long in time and we are expecting a kind of like alternation, of course, over there. So I'm expecting here, of course, more time and even higher prices for a wave 4 potentially, of course, without invalidations. This is very important that we don't invalidate. Now, I see this scenario a little bit weaker than the others because if this is a 1, 2, 3, you would like to see a deeper wave 3 here, unless it's gonna do this. Yeah, so it's gonna probably like expand a wave 5, make it a little bit extended, and then having a wave 4 here and then a 5 towards the downside later on. So can be also very likely. However, what we are looking at right now is a potential very close to finish here an impulse internally as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 with one more low can, of course, signal something, of course, for higher. Probably can be the wave 4 in the white scenario here, or it can be even that you have finished here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 big leading diagonal, and you're looking for a wave 2, which it might be significant wave 2, and then dropping later on for wave 3. And that means, of course, after leading diagonal, you would like to see, of course, a 1, 2, and then dropping for a wave 3, 4, and a 5 as an expanding flat for a wave C. Currently, on the micro level 15-minute chart, we saw, of course, a move towards the upside here after a wave 3 potentially. Now, if this is kind of like an impulse 1, 2, well, we got kind of like a reaction from the market here, which it has started to show like exhaustion from selling and, of course, some potential of reversals here. That is a good signal because, of course, it's not yet a very clear impulse, but, of course, it shows a potential of bullish sentiments, of course, right now are building up there. What I'm expecting here is at least something, some ranges or some new lows slightly taking each time the low. And then we find, of course, a new strength here for Bitcoin to move and shift toward the upside. My target for a wave 4, taken of course from this wave 2 in the white scenario based on the wave 3. Of course, if we have bottom there, unless of course higher, lower prices is going to unfold, currently your wave 4, if you're working on it right now, should be of course between this box 98k 400. Essential thing to not take, of course, is the 98k 870, which I think it will be hard to not take it, because it's easy, of course, simply to take this invalidation in case you are in 1 2 3. This is a very short wave 3, and therefore the wave 4 is very easy to be taken, unless of course it's gonna unfold the diagonal. The diagonal here, that it might be a 1 2 3 4 5, not forget the A, B, and a C, but this is still of course bullish, that it might unfold, of course, a wave 5 for the ending diagonal. The ending diagonal that I would like to show here on the daily, of course, is the following large ending diagonal, where we are currently after, of course, the 1 2 3 4 5. This wave 5 is still unfolding as ending diagonal. This is the wave 4. This is where are we in the perfection, and we're still looking probably for some rejection here, and we're still very close to the 1 to 1 fib level. We didn't saw, of course, the things continue dramatically toward the downside to call a wave 3, unless this is gonna happen. If this happens, of course, the scenario of double 1 2 here is working. Okay, 3 4 5 4 5 4 and a 5. But currently, of course, we have to be careful from a rebound, because also there is the possibility of diagonal here, finish to wave 2 and then 3 towards the downside. Yep, so a little bit annoying, guys. I know the price is very shaky and still in its place, ranging up and downs without any kind of answer yet, clear answer. But those are the possibility, as they are still, of course, there. And the things are, of course, showing weakness and still showing for red for additional lows potentially. But how much low is gonna be here is the question mark. Because if we start to end up here as diagonals or as a 4-5, very small one, because we have small 1-2s here, so it's not really reliable to say that we might drop very massively downward. Okay, so we need to watch what's gonna happen, and of course, if the drop is gonna show up here, well, I doubt it a little bit, but it can be, guys. It can be, because yeah, be careful. It can be one single wave 5 and then moving something very high and then maybe dropping down after finishing here a potential leading diagonal wave 2. Yeah, so this is what I'm expecting, honestly. Much higher possibility is a wave 2 and then wave 3. That because, of course, I mean, somehow I cannot be very bearish here. Okay, I mean, it is a bear market, but I cannot be like dramatically bearish, meaning dumping Bitcoin in one single candle or move toward the downside yet. So we need more evidence that this is gonna happen. And normally, because you know Bitcoin is very strong for bullish, it might take the hard scenario. Yeah, the hard scenario meaning, of course, the 1-2 before. Yeah, as leading diagonal, wave 2, and then dropping down. Yeah, before, of course. And don't forget that you might still have even a crossroad here. You can be in the wave 5. So 2 possibilities toward the upside, 1 possibility to continue directly downward. So yeah, the probabilities goes a little bit for higher prices to be seen next. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.